If I can make it super convenient for viewers to watch my shit. Hey, Miller Street. Does that mean it's Miller time? You drink, I drink. Right? I have a chauffeur's license. He sits in the back. That passion endorsement lets you get away with so much shit. It's great. Because all I have to do is write a piece of paper with you agreeing that I am chartering you point A to point B.
Drive southwest on North Michigan Avenue.
And then it doesn't have to be for compensation.
Turn left onto Court Street.
It can just be old school. I'll give you a ride to the store if you cut my grass this weekend.
Drive southeast on Hancock Street. Then turn left onto North Hamilton Street.
Welcome to the live stream. If the music's too much or if I'm too low, I don't know. Let me know, honestly. Ask me anything. I'm always AMA. I am always an AMA channel. Ask me anything. That's what that means. Ask me where I'm at. Ask me how I am. Just can't ask me for personal information because that's against the rules. That's about it. Like, it's not even my rules. It's YouTube's rules. And honestly, my judge, we follow the rules of YouTube. Well, I have really curly hair, and typically when I get a knot, uh, I will brush it in the shower with conditioner, like just little by little. And the reason I recommend conditioner is it's kind of oh oh wait, no, I'm turning it down. Yeah, so conditioner and brushing it about 30 minutes in the shower does it for me. Yeah, if you can't get the knot out by then I would just say put your hair in a ponytail where it makes the knot like not so prevalent or not so obvious. Yeah, that's what I'd definitely do on that one. All right, what's the next question? Full of answers. I might not be right, but I'm full of answers. I got one. Okay. Oh, we're also live on YT. Oh, yeah. Welcome, welcome everyone to Michigan. Just here chilling, dashing. I guess I just have a really morbid sense of jokes. No, because I was like, oh, I'm just here existing, waiting to not. But, here I am. Uh, like, I'm happy to exist. I'm just not happy with my life, and that's part of I'm poking at. Oh, Hellcat came on. Nice. Going to McDonald's? I just accept. Right. Because, like, the downfall, or, like, I guess one of the cons versus, or one of the pros versus cons is just only food delivery. Is like, I'm never worried about not having space for the food. Like, even if I order, like, get a family size order, you know what I mean? Like, even if it's 20 people, like, I could still fit that in a seat, back seat.
Yeah, we're at Subway.
Yeah,
You here they have you verify everything.
that's fine. Do that anyway.
I'm just
I appreciate it. That's I just gave someone advice on how not to be naughty with their hair. Or sorry, they have knots in their hair.
yeah, use a little bit of conditioner and brush your hair while you take a shower.
That's literally what I told him. Literally what I told him. I was like, well, I have curly hair. What I did? Huh? Imagine that. Same trip. Oh, that's not the camera.
It was a dance party.
That's funny. All right, Chad, I'm back. Anyone miss me? Anyone wish I wasn't here? I don't care. Just tell me. It's fine. Have plenty of tell me to get the fuck out. Ah, GTFO. I know that game. I just want to make a bunch of T-shirts with acronyms that just redefine them, right? What? For food's sake, I don't know. I don't care.
For food's sake, huh?
Oh yeah, that's why I'm doing food delivery. See how the F makes sense now?
Yeah, I see.
You gotta take the W, not the L. I just decided to take the F. I gotta readjust that camera. I totally forgot. You know, okay. Well, see, the cool thing about I'm starting to learn about the vertical live feed is I actually get a higher view count because it's people doing shorts. You just keep swiping. So if I can get my angles and other things to be enticing for people just going on by, bet. Next thing I'm adding to my stream is a VTuber. So that way it's like you'll see a little box of an animated character that's supposed to represent me.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, and I'll make sure the it's red.
Oh, it's blue.
Ah, yeah, because I figured if I got like a little VTuber like character of me holding the steering wheel at that side angle, because like the main feed's gonna be the road. I'm an AMA channel, which means if someone asks me where I'm at, I will tell them exactly where I'm at. But I understand the fundamental difference between telling people where I'm at, what I'm doing, and telling people where you're at and what you're doing. Yeah. That's why it's like when I stream and stuff, I don't tell anybody, don't accommodate me. I've already read countless pages of just terms and services, and then they updated terms and services, and then they updated. Like, fun fact, like the other platform that I live stream on, coming soon, in the channel description below, obviously. Um, they updated their TOS or at least 3 or 4 times since I started initially. So I'm like, but I still sat there and took a few minutes to just read the TOS and like, you want to hear something stupid weird?
Okay.
The way I get over my dyslexia, plagia, and other letter slash numbers or just language in general re reordering.
Stop learning how to read.
No.
Oh.
Karen Combs.
Hey Karen, how are you today?
Yes. I will donate $100 if you scream.
Hmm. ah. Like, now, let's have expectations here. Like, is this a screen that my wonderful friend here is gonna have to like cover their ears, or was what I just did adequate? Like, I need to know. I'm an engineer. Like, everything's a failure, even if it works. Like, welcome to engineering. Roads, they're always breaking, but they work, right? Electronics, they break, but technically, when they're broken, sometimes they're better. Like, there's a lot of instances. Wow, there's a second pride flag. Nice. Okay, this is the part of mission I should live in. It's just so colorful, like my personality.
Let's go over light.
Are you still with me, Karen? And sometimes if you just pause long enough, they'll leave and you'll have to go to the first. It's weird, like my channel numbers would say I'm like a new like content creator. Like my experience just tells me otherwise. The funny thing is all the stuff I learned was for the other guys. Like I went to the classes, went to the conventions.
Only reason why mine's back down is for a half mile out.
Okay. Yeah, dude.
What I try to tell you when we're a mile to a half mile out, you know what I mean? So,
And do you understand that I'm a yes till I say no kind of person versus no until I hear a yes?
No.
Exactly. I go with the flow always until I feel like there's an issue that may cause you and or me or anything around us an issue. I don't know how to shut the fuck up.
good to know.
That's why I'm taking a break from relationships that are more than friends. Because until I know how to turn that back off, because it wasn't like that. I wasn't always like this. I used to be a different person in different ways, even to my own perspective. But I know one of my traumas or something of a traumatizing thing is causing my brain to just keep dumping out the like decision now, action now, which is part of your fight and flight system. You know, it's that split second between do I need to hit somebody or do I need to hit them because I hit my kid? That second one, there is no delay in your brain. There is no word. There's nothing. It's so not barbaric, primal. Because at the end of the day, as parents, we just want to protect our children, then ourselves. And that's the part of my brain. Because like when I'm around my child, it's off. I don't do that. I'm just like everyone else. If I'm around my kid, that's why it's like I have to figure out how to be me without, so I can be the parent.
22.
50, 26, 38. My body's fucking riddled with just damage from how my eyes are orange and red out. I'm Obama.
Right?
Okay, now I'm ready for the day. Wait, put my bed away. You know, there's so much in this fucking world, this life, and everything else that you can be mad about, you can complain about. Just fucking hate, right? But I don't want to give that shit energy. It can go fucking die off. So that's why I have this weird mentality. And I just go with the flow and I have to go lucky. And if I don't like my situation, then I will change my situation. Because I am the only one that has control over me. And so at the end of the day, if I'm friends with you, it's because I want to be. Not because I have to be. And I accept everyone for whom they are. So it's like, I ain't got time to be fucking mad at shit. When I'm mad at something, it goes away within like 3 fucking minutes. How I got that mechanism, or that wonderful, or actually, it's a great, it's like the greatest saving grace I've ever had in my goddamn life. Well, my grandpa died of a stroke when he was 69, and I was so being a child, being told what happened, like you would tell a 10-year-old. What happened to grandpa? He's not coming. But why? He, he had a stroke. What causes that? A lot of stress, smoking, like, and they just started listing a couple things, and I'm like, obviously one of those I didn't avoid, and I just started learning how to avoid the other. That's why it's like when I have an anxiety attack, I analyze the crap out of it, and I start talking to people, and I start calling around, because that means my body and my brain are going like, you're doing something wrong. If you don't change it, you won't be happy. You'll hate yourself again. And that's the kid I took out that 10 years ago in the shop. And for clarity, this has only been like the last 5 or 6 years of my life. So there was a lot of steps before I got to who I am today. But I'm happy I did it. The background music helps. I don't talk unless there's some type of word. If there's music with no words, I add words. So it's the only way I can get myself to stream one. But the cool thing about this is the laptop directly, so I can just pause the music and it'll pick me up and everything. And then the TTS is still gonna come through. Hopefully, nice. Yeah, I feel like this is working out for us.
West for 1
You
mile.
get one, I get one, kind of bouncing back and forth. Yeah, because like at this point, I think I'm just gonna turn this front to Lane and dash with my fucking my new dog. But I'm gonna add a feature to the truck. I'm gonna make it, yeah, I'm gonna make it so I can take the box off. Make it so everything that I build into the truck is actually attached to the box. All I have to do is I add a mechanism that lifts it up one foot, and I just drive up. That's it. And then it will sit, and the way it will lock itself in is I'll make it so the bottom of it literally sits up there with four eye bolts going through the floor of the box. You know, just extra precautions. I don't want this thing to fly off one night while I'm just like sleeping. Then again, I'm building it like a house, right? So I got 2x4s. I got OSB wood, which is the cheaper version of plywood. You don't want to call it plywood, or else you'll have guy, a, yeah, a guy at Home Depot or Lowe's just
Turn right
telling
onto
you how it's
Grover's
not.
Plaza.
Doesn't
Drive north
if you want to get mansplained about any material to build a house, go to Home Depot or
Turn
Lowe's.
left to stay on
Guaranteed.
Grover's Plaza.
Is this the right shower head? Well, 45 minutes later, I got this one because it has the lowest flow
Turn
rate,
right onto Green Acres
according to the guy
Plaza.
at Home Depot.
Turn right onto Green Acres Plaza.
Last time I checked, there's only one place people actually care about a flow rate, and I don't want to talk about it on stream. I wonder if the Traverse is named after the town Traverse.
No, that's Traverse.
There's also a town Traverse in as well.
No, it's Traverse.
That's-
It's spelled like Traverse, but it's Traverse.
Is that how it's pronounced here?
Yeah.
Got it. So, no, this is going to be fun as shit now, because I'm going to call all the Traverses Traverses. And people are like, no, it's Traverse. And I'm like, actually, in Michigan, and let me,
I love eating at that Indian place.
and on top of it, isn't General Motors stationed here in the state?
Yes.
Yep, there we go. How is my stream doing? I bet there's like, what, a couple of views? Look at that. I got a couple of views. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do this. Bet, fam. Bet. Ah. Okay, well, you know what? Uh, I'll just spin down. Oh my god, no. God, wait. Alright, peeps. So, what we're gonna be doing, right, is. Yeah, so. Alright, the subathon. That's what I'm doing right now. We're having a subathon. Yeah! Okay, you know what? Cool. Here, alright, we'll get somewhere at 200, 500, 1,000, alright? Yeah, oh. So I was thinking about giving away a Subway sandwich once I get to 200 subs.
Okay.
Because the goal is 1,000, right? And I just realized I'm not hosting a live stream. I'm hosting a subathon.
Drive east on Green Acres Plaza.
Uh,
Would have to say food, wouldn't you? Now you made me hungry.
we're at a literal grocery store.
Yeah,
Drive east on Green Acres Plaza.
but I was trying to contain it because I got all that food at home.
Like, that's nice.
Drive south on Green Acres Plaza. Then,
Why don't you bring
400
food
feet,
from home?
turn left onto
I
State Street.
normally do.
Oh, did I distract you this time?
This morning I did.
Why, because you didn't see me on the couch?
Yeah.
Turn left onto State Street, Michigan 58.
Hey, it didn't take me long to learn everyone's fucking sleep patterns. Which is a weird thing about me. Because I have this weird... I'm weird in the sense that I'm usually the last one to fall asleep in the house.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Habita Road. Turn left onto Habita Road.
And the most universal font color is white with a black outline.
Continue for 2 miles.
I'm figuring if I want to get home before it gets dark, probably leave in what, about an hour?
Probably go back to eat on up.
Well, we got that pizza. Up at home. Don't want pizza.
You never know.
Okay, well, you figure it out.
Apparently I'm having problems with my life on the technical side. Did that like I have no idea. I just keep adding more to it, which makes this more complex. This next thing I'm adding is the voice changer.
Oh, Lord.
Oh no, the great thing about the voice changer, right? It's gonna make everybody just one mono female font. So you won't even be like if I'm talking to another person, it's just gonna sound like the same person. Because what it actually is, it's gonna take my voice, transcribe it, and then it's gonna spit out what got transcribed. I am not using Google's PTS services. Oh my god, it's horrendous. But Well, just like with PayPal, Google have a 3-year window on what I can and can't talk about. Welcome to tech. Even on your ass after they fire you. Why it's called a non-disclosure agreement. That's why if someone asks me to sign one, bet your sweet ass I'm gonna read every goddamn line. Because I'm a factual facts kind of person, so it's not hard for me to remember an NDA because it's a factual document that I have to read. How my brain, I have a photogenic memory, which means that picture of it. If I close my eyes long enough, I can read the whole fucking page. Reread stuff I've looked at without reading it the first time. It's really cool because it's just like the word says. It's a photo, so I have to concentrate on the picture,
In a quarter mile,
and I'll have my
turn
memory
right onto
of
McCarty
what I'm
Road.
trying to remember. But it's only good for up to rolling 20 years. So anything that happened more than 20 years ago, good fucking luck.
Turn right onto McCarty Road.
I don't expect myself to remember it. Our brains are very malleable.
In a half mile, turn left onto Mackinac Road.
So my current goal is to make that 20 into a 30 years, so that way as we get older, I'm not forgetting my. Everything before my grandpa died, gone. Maybe like tidbits of like my first memory, 1 or 2 birthdays, and that's it. I don't remember my parents' voices. I don't remember what they told me. I don't remember anything. Because it's applicable. I don't even
Turn
have
left onto Mackinac Road.
the Bacardi party. Yeah, just add the Hardy.
Continue for a half mile.
Well, because like I rely more on reference than I do my own self confidence. It's like since I can't reference my parents anymore, I just don't.
A quarter mile, turn right onto Schust Road. Turn right onto Schust Road.
And then the whole controversy in San Jose kind of broke my what's appropriate and not appropriate for children. And I was just basing it off what the box said. And all these things that like our society already gave us, like video games, right? They have rating systems already there. So if I don't know, I can at least kind of trust, a group of parents that say, hey, this is good for your kid if they're under 10. Okay, cool. It's ran by people that have like tons of kids and other stuff.
Well, the funny part about it is back when I first started playing video games, there was no rated R.
Yeah, and video games were good because they didn't have to follow strict guidelines and procedures where it's like the game's not considered good anymore unless A it has a great rating and B you can beat it in less amount. It's like that's stupid to me. Like Wolfenstein, that was not an easy. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's okay. I'm a gaming nerd. I know all.
Turn right. And turn right.
Wolfenstein was 19. Title
Turn right.
where definitely didn't have assist. It was a game back in the day where you can shoot
In 800
Nazis when
feet.
shooting Nazis wasn't
279
cool yet.
Schust Road. Second on Michigan 48603.
It's kind of one of the reasons why I
USA
became
will be
cool.
on the left.
And you're fighting zombies. That's his option. Yeah. Those are two things that I don't want around. Obviously, that's a fun game. So easy to tell what cards have kissed deer here. They Well, because they're usually around the same height and stuff, so they cause similar damage. What number is it?
79.
3279 Shoes Road, Saginaw, Michigan 48603.
The customer requested you leave an order at their door. Additional instructions are provided in the Dasher app.
I never got the $100 donation. But I do have the link set up to my Stream Elements, so that way when it comes through. If I get in.
Around the corner. Because this is 101 and then 103, 105. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is right.
Bye.
Probably. Oh, and so I'm having streaming issues, but I don't know. I'm wondering if it works. Let's nope, just trauma.
Drama.
Just trauma.
Set your mind back out until one of us gets one.
Very sure. Gotcha.
Your timer went out.
Yeah, but I know how to get around
Okay.
that. Detecting.
I'm guessing.
Mm. Alex. I gotta remember to keep putting I need to put my last name where it's fucking time.
Huh?
So my last name is way more famous than I am.
Okay.
That's it. So if I put the tag in there, it associates it. Since the other guys are more popular than I am, I will eventually start going up the list as far as like how data gets out. And it has to take a person to be like, no, that's not that person. That's somebody else. Oh, okay. We just associated the last names. It's like, oh my bear. I just have to remember to take the step. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing it. It's still my name. I just understand how metadata works. Um, yeah, and I'm gonna be doing all the really high tech shit. Probably this week when I get back on like tagging, auto upload, and pretty much just put my YouTube on autopilot for a while, but no one will actually talk. Except you. You'll probably be able to tell when it's like my auto versus like when it's just me doing random uploads.
Probably.
I mean, that's fine. That's like, like if I ever like got successful on this shit, you would be my executive producer.
That's your favorite place.
I'm gonna call it my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, now that place over there. Oh, and a Harbor Freight tool. Oh, yeah. No, I can live in that parking lot for like a fucking couple weeks.
This is where.
And a Guitar Center.
Uh-huh.
Definitely can live in that parking lot.
Oh, Rob has literally trash stuff and found torch wrenches and stuff like that from Harbor Freight.
Oh yeah, no, like you're only breaking a couple misdemeanors when you dumpster dive. Because at the end of the day, as a society,
Drive north on Bay Road, Michigan 84.
we can agree
In a quarter mile,
as long as someone or something gets my trash away from me, and I don't want it, really don't care how. As long as it doesn't come back. Yeah.
turn left. In 500 feet, 4875 Bay Road, second on Michigan 48603. SA will be on the right.
Oh, well, I got this, right? Shot me.
Have fun. All right. We should now. There we go. What am I trying to say? Words. I'm trying to say words. Let me get the music back. Right, because like I feel like my live stream will get like a like not a they don't call it a copyright strike. They just it's a restriction. So if I can figure out what sound, right? What type of like music type. I don't need a fully produced song. I just need some type of rhythm to keep my brain like keep ticking. It's similar to my former partner I used to live with in San Jose. I feel like if there's no music going, they can't literally think. Like their brain just says pause. So, and yes, I know they don't watch my live streams. They do have YouTube. They're welcome to it. How I work is I talk about someone, and if they've asked me not to talk about them, I don't. But luckily, I've already asked permission. So I just won't say their name. Because we're not talking right now. Or we are. Or I can't tell. I'm just, I can't tell. Ignorant, I'm to this, I'm to that. So just understand. So, you know what I mean? Like, ain't a bad thing. I think it's a bad thing. I have returned. So, I wanted to make my a little bit better. I only go dual platform. Why would I go dual platform? That that does work too. Great thing is, chat, you will actually an extension. Need to get a new. Need to get a fucking whatever. Fucking part I hate.
What?
I'm gonna do it on YouTube too.
Drive
So
northeast.
I'll always subscribe to have the least amount of ads,
Mhm.
which is hilarious in the sense that like creators make the most with ad revenue. So it's like I don't know. Actually, I exactly know how to fucking get around that. It's called fucking having alt
Turn left
accounts.
onto Bay
So what
Road.
you do is you get like your main account, you get Turbo, right? You just eat the bullet,
Drive west.
so that way
Then
you don't
turn
miss
right.
the creator's content.
Drive
And
west
then
on West
on
Bay
your
Drive.
alt account,
Then,
that's
in
when you
900
engage in
feet,
chat
turn right onto Fortune
and let them
Boulevard.
let
Drive
that.
east. Turn right.
You done, bitch? And
Turn right. Then turn left onto Bay Road.
you let those accounts talk to the creator, and if they know they're an alt account, it's funny.
Drive south on Bay Road, Michigan 84. Then turn left. Drive north on Bay Road, Michigan 84. Then turn right onto Tinnabawasi Road.
Fun fact,
Turn right onto Tinnabawasi Road.
bless you.
I am.
You had to see me.
I did. I did.
Exactly, you act like you did. You know how truckers treat those lights. Why do you think the stuff gets there on time usually? I am gearing myself up to be an overnight trucker. So that way it's like I can just fucking fly through the freeway at night, right? Go the maximum allowed by law, obviously.
Not you. I got a text.
Oh, I couldn't care less. I'm just trying to have fun on
I
stream.
know. No, that's why. But yeah,
So yeah, I put in I updated the description on the video so that way anyone that's looking at it will see that it's the Subway gift card. I don't know if I put the monetary value to it, but it's a Subway gift card and it costs to get a thing. 500. I'm thinking Visa gift card, but I don't know what denomination. And then 1,000. Like I was figuring I'd host a poll or something, or do like a spinning wheel. Get more
Continue for
engaging
1 mile.
because like at 1,000, like I'll be halfway to my goal, which is to be able to monetize the account. And once I can make money with this shit, you know how much better life is gonna be for me?
yes.
1,000 views equals 10 cents. I'm averaging 500 views a day. Pennies added dollars. That's why I plan to have a very aggressive upload schedule. gonna, it's like rather gonna be a ton of shorts, have like a live feed in between. You know how like I was agonizing the other day? You know what? The thoughts got me through it. But the obvious first one, don't die. And then the second one, what the fuck am I gonna do with my life? I'm having a lot of
In a
fun
half
just
mile,
making videos and
take the
visiting my
Interstate
friends.
675 North Ramp.
I don't want to keep doing that. You know? Yeah. It's like a Taco Bell across the street from a Denny's in Michigan is probably just mundane to the people around it, but to me, I'm like, fuck yeah! I can get hurt later and sooner. It doesn't matter. My insides will be on fire, like the content. So
Don't forget about IHOP and Uno. Outback.
you have a like yeah, no, you have everything that a normal city would have right here. And there's your stupidity from the car. Just drive.
Well, this.
So wait,
Oh, that looks retarded. No, it was an 84 to an 86 Monte Carlo SS, either on 24s with a lift or on 17s with a lift, but
you know what? Each their own. Like, dude, look at the license plate in front of us. That's hilarious.
mailman.
No, it's just a man. Beauty glasses. That's
I
the.
told you. I
Take
made
the
up
Interstate
three.
675 North Ramp.
You're fine. It's good. But I can see how you did that because the bridge looks like an L.
In 2 miles, keep left to take Interstate 75 North.
But yeah, no, the Golden Gate Bridge and how do you say it? Um, the bridge we were talking about earlier.
Mackinac.
Mackinac. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how to say that word. It's like that. These sound in there kind of scares the fuck out of me. Mackinac. Mackinac Bridge. Mackinac Bridge compared to the Golden Gate Bridge. It's like Golden Gate Bridge is like 20 years older. And in fact, the reason they have to paint it is so it doesn't rust.
Up trucker.
I'll make a whole document radio station.
It's soft. Wondering.
But
No, trucker soft. Boring again.
yeah, it's not ringing a bell.
Believe those partners when they first got in it. Well, because the
Take Interstate
semi.
I wasn't there for those
West
things.
from Mackinac Bridge.
Like so, and I really just never connected because I get no hospital. I fell off a twin. Not by choice. It's just I was spending $500 a month subscriptions. Yeah, I got a spending problem. Or used to actually. But you know what fixed it? A six-figure job. So for 6 consecutive months of my life, I was told take a paycheck and sit at home and wait. Yes, sir. Yes, but I don't care about you up. And just every 2 weeks, just get to my bank account, ding, and not have to go anywhere, do anything, talk to anyone. Like, is this what retirement feels like? Where you just sit at home, you can read a book, go do shit, no one's gonna bother you? Is that what retirement is? 3 months of that, that's fucking like, nah, I don't ever fucking retire. I'm gonna work until I die. But I'm okay with that versus having to accept it and it be a reality. Because you can't do that. It's a choice. People do that. I know people that are they're happy as shit working three goddamn jobs, $50,000 of whatever the fuck they're gonna do. Wearing, 3D shirts that look like they came from the 90s, pattern wise, not design wise. Like I work with somebody that worked the weekends and worked in engineering. I worked in engineering. I've worked over 30 jobs in my life. I think the only person I could pretty much go head to head with the job count is fucking Steve Jobs. 30 jobs. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Huh?
Who hosts Dirty Jobs?
I don't know.
Fucking good show. I highly recommend it. That's because I can convert my live streams, and as long as I up the audio and just move it up a little bit, I can turn the podcast. I just have to cut out all the parts that I'm not talking about. Format, you can actually it's really cool. As a creator, right? There's certain lines drawn on what's being created, how it's being presented. You know, like my 15-second videos of 1.5 second clips. All those videos that I'm putting there are genuinely from me. It doesn't really matter if it's from a video already posted. Because at the end of the day, YouTube looks at it, it's like, you're the one physically holding the camera in your hand and you own that device. That's your shit. You own that. You own that content. And then I'm releasing it for my rights onto YouTube. Now I have to follow their guidelines. Because I'm agreeing to follow their guidelines with the upload. Is it going to have this in it? Is it going to have that? Is it not going to have this? Is it not going to have this? I have to be aware of these things.
Yeah, well, if somebody keeps stealing Josh's videos.
That's great. There's this thing called Claim ID. You can literally just say, hey, this is not the original content. Just hit record. That's why it's there.
It has.
Then just let them do their job. Honestly, these guys get paid six fucking figures to sit at a desk at home, 50-50, to just make sure that the humans have the fairness. And that's why I know behind scenes and stuff, and then also working for these tech companies, like where their heads at as far as like who's getting protected.
She did work for Yahoo.
162.
You really think I'm gonna hop on a sinking ship?
Or, I mean,
That's. I mean, if I apply myself, I'd probably fuck it up. Probably worth a shot. I mean, I applied for Mr. Beast 6 times. Oh, when I say I want a job, like I'll sit there and bam my resume. Now I'm just gonna sit at home for like days, but as far as where home is, I'm not sure. I gotta redo my storage. Take my motorcycle out. That's my plan B if my truck fucking fucks up. That thing runs. It runs well. They can actually get me here in Michigan. No problem. However, that whole cold thing, I was thinking about buying a heated seat for about $800. The trouble with that,
In a half mile, take exit 162A.
when's the last time you watched pizza?
last time she was on,
You get the notifications.
Take exit 62 A onto Michigan 25 east toward downtown. They say.
It's not notifications for
Continue.
going live. It's notifications of him posting on X.
Oh, I don't follow it. But I finally figured out what 5 platforms I should probably focus on, and I'm gonna take Stream Elements on this because I can log into 5 different communities via one platform. And I like that style, right? Like Stream Elements, they've been doing it for about a decade now, right? And do you remember the whole Stream Labs controversy? Yeah, I thought so. It didn't affect the viewers; it only affected the streamers, which is kind of dropping the bucket compared to the viewership. That makes sense. Anyway, so Streamlab was essentially just taking OBS, Open Broadcast software, open source. That's the whole point of it, and just reskinning it and calling it their own. And to nerds, there's a level of okayness with that. How you do it matters more if you do it or not. When confronted, they said, "Oh no, we didn't have use any of the coding." Okay, sure. Hey, hackers! Hey, 4chan! Give me a moment! Is this what you're looking for? Oh yeah, that's why I read it on Reddit. Then you post on Reddit, because that's how you get the attention. I plan to be posting there as well, because it's a very fun platform that's very volatile. Oh my gosh, more unpredictable than a 3-year-old. I trust Rosie with decisions, or I trust, Reddit. Or I'd pet Rosie first before I trusted Reddit. Does that make more sense? Yeah. I mean, beautiful dog, but God, present, but
Gorgeous dog. When I met her, when they said she was starting to act like she was, and that's why they were getting rid of her. But they said it was just because they thought it was the neighbor.
I specialize in rescue, right? Comes to animals. Well, it doesn't matter. They're past. They're alive. Good enough for me. I have patience for animals. It's fucking cool.
I've got patience for animals. Except for Rosie, when she bites people. And she bit a 1-year-old.
I've had a dog bite me. I mean, bad.
Yeah, well,
That's why my chin's the way it is. Fun fact. I was 3.
well, that's what I was afraid of was going to happen with Rosie and Susan. No,
Well, if you want your kid to have their kids, it has to be in a fucking literally cut straight out of a fucking manual, standards book and shit of the living situation, right? Because anything else is too much screaming, too much bullshit. No, I talked to her a little bit about it, and I feel for her. But yeah, no, Rosie, I have patience for Rosie. That's what I'm saying. If it takes me a week, a month, a year to just make it so that dog just wants to chill with me, I'm that kind of person. Because that creature wants to live, but there's something going on. That's any creature on this planet, honestly. And understands, have to eat, you have to sleep, you have to have system. Somewhere, something, it's broken. Like, my brother's assaulted me 5 times last year. still my brother. I still fucking love him. Am I get me in the same car with him? For more than 10 minutes? Absolutely not. Until I find out he is okay again. Definitely not by Aiken County Mental Health. Not a sponsor. Oh, actually, that's where I started my live stream on the other platform. Because the funny thing is, I know you would hop
In a
on it.
quarter mile, turn left onto Michigan 25 East.
I like to know. I just want to find out who I am. You know, there's only one letter difference between broke and broken. You know that?
Turn left onto Michigan 25 East, North Madison Avenue.
Yeah, because I wanted to get a sidecar for the bike.
In a quarter mile, turn
Hey,
right onto
Sheriff.
Michigan 25.
Oh, he's going the fuck on it. It's like the most predictable agency in all of our country. Our police force is everything's scheduled
Turn right onto Michigan 25,
according to the
Center
budget,
Avenue.
and the budget is set by our government, who has everything, like all the
Continue on
statistics and
Michigan
all the
25
information's
for
open.
2 miles.
That's the cool shit about that. If I want to find out more, that's a cool fucking building. I probably shouldn't have used that word in that description of the building, then, huh? Yeah, that's a cool church. That seems to be the appropriate words for that state or for that time of my life. That's cool. That's cool. That's amazing. I love that. Like, I want to buy that house. 1213 what street? Center Ave? Oh, yeah, no. If I ever become a stupid rich person, that's on the list. Not that one.
No,
You can have that one.
that I like the cool towers.
I just, that whole building as is right now. And the fact it's near the fire station, even better. I don't have to worry about my shit burning down. Woo! That's probably what they're doing because like these houses are like the age of them very susceptible to fires, like especially electrical. They didn't go out and updating them. One night, the wires just spray out. They should give Amazon like the vehicles a little like arrow. You know what I mean? Like the yellow arrow, like 3 lines. Let you know. Go around me. Because like that color fucking blends in with the fucking road. I don't know. Yeah, that's why I like engineering. Like, I could just give really great recommendations and then get blamed for why everything is broken and the recommendation wasn't done. Oh, and that's how that works. Like, we'll give you another 10 grand to fix it. That's how this works. Okay.
Pepper.
Yeah, fun to go around the city. Oh my god. I just understand why DoorDash does their pause system.
Uh,
How much time I have here to
and then dash and then pause again.
Right. It's allowed for 2 people to do if they can cooperate.
Okay.
You know what your children don't know how to do?
Cooperate.
Yeah. I would hire someone from Craigslist or something like that, just fucking co-driver. That way, like this setup, right, with a deposit for 2 consecutive weeks at the rate I got because I have USA, not a sponsor, was only 648. $200 of that goes back to me if the vehicle's not fucked. Now, there's something wrong with the back hatch, which I think may or may not be an issue, but it hurts. I don't get hurt. I want to bring it back clean and full tank. You've done like half of the guy's job that has to go out and like inspect the car. And go like, hey, it's clean, full tank. Sweet. Like he can be so complacent, he just sees that and he just assumes everything's fine. And just tosses off the next guy. And all I gotta do is just let him know, like, hey, I think there's some up with like the hatch and sunroof. I didn't know how to get to work, so I just leave it at that. Because at the end of the day, like, I can't stick my fucking head out of this. So this whole glass comes up, right? It looks really fucking cool, like it's space age and shit. But no, something wrong with the fuse, or the fucking there's a retard in the system. Like it's hilarious. Like it might be a program. I don't know, but I do care. That's also one of my sayings. For fun's sake, of course. For food's sake. Hey, look, another Taco Hell. Bell. Well, one of my dad's saying growing up, right, when he's still kicking. Hopefully my brother got my dad. Well, yeah, no, my dad's at the camper. That's right. So I'm still paying for the storage. Figured out how to trick myself into keep paying for something I don't want. My dad there. That's why I was late starting that day. Because at the end of the day, if you had to do the same thing, you'd definitely figure it out over me. Because I was like, fuck the truck. I don't care about no. It's an '88 Ford Ranger, right? I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna dissolve that. I'm gonna take all the crap out of it, give it back to my brother, give him his own storage unit. Not at the same place because he's 86, because he was born in '86. And I'm like, that's a clever way of saying I don't know how to exist with other people in life. And I'm gonna find him an automated place. I'm gonna move to an automated one. So that way I just get occasional emails saying, we've noticed you've been at the property for longer than expected. I should reply back. Oh, yeah, sorry. Got a bad. And like just start listing off complaints of like what's wrong with me. Yeah, whatever. Because at the end of the day, no other person cares about what pain you have when they're in pain too. I'm younger, so my pain's not as valid. It's hilarious. It's like it's an Asian thing. I hear people of all ages going like, "This generation, like, I don't care about my generation. Never have, never will. They taught us not to."
My sister's older than you are. That's my baby sister. I was a 71 brat. My brother was a 73 brat. My other brother was a 78 brat. And Jackie was a 4 brat.
Where's that term come from?
What?
Well, some people like use it to mean one thing. Some use it to mean another. It's like it's a cultural thing. I like that sign, how it lets you know no trucks, but they use the wrong colors. I know.
509 Pine Street, Essexville, Michigan 48732.
2,
USA is on
Customer
505,
requested you leave
507,
the order at their door.
509.
They
Okay.
added the following instructions.
House?
Yep.
Leave at my door, knock and leave by front door, please.
Yeah, I guess you're for a while. Okay, I gotta move. do it straight stuff. You know, I just realized my microphone has been muted for the last hour and a half.
Really?
Yeah, because I usually at some point go into my own live feed, check it. I just realized my microphone was last hour. You only have to burn yourself enough times before you start checking your own shit. It was flashing. And somewhere in the manual, it says it has like active and inactive. Or not, like it had a different word for the noise suppression. So I'm like, cool. I thought that was active. No, that just means it's on and muted, which is useless to me. I don't like an S5. Or has been. Most husbands has been. It has Rose after she goes. What? Statistically. Not seeing where I'm walking. That's for fucking. Well, I'm just looking at the video numbers. All I talk about. Because those numbers what shifts the content that gets my lineup for the week. Like, let me tell you a story. I got when I, so, I was bored at home for 6 months, right? I had plenty of shit to do. But this was like back my house, like house chores, like everything was done. There was literally nothing for me to do.
Started figuring out how to decipher serialized information. I thought that was cool. And then I like accidentally reverse engineered a debit card to where I know what formula to apply to the card to get the 3. I was like, my dad would have fucking loved that shit. But that system has a natural decaying part of it built into it, so it's such a nice. The 16 digits is a lot to remember. Those 30. I have the ability to remember 32 numbers. That's pi. Heard that one so many damn times I kind of just stopped caring. But it was kind of nice. 3 years ago on Pi Day, right? No, it was 2 years ago on Pi Day. Working at or South San Francisco, south of San Francisco. It's still considered San Francisco, but not South San Francisco, which in itself is its own thing. Um, so yeah, we just all about pies to the office. Place was place is colder. Was really cold, like all the time. Heat did not exist in this. There's never snow. There's just that cold all the time. Um, I don't expect you to get this reference. So my game. Have you ever heard of Bioshock? Will you begin and end the game at
Jeff Foxworthy's could be playing at the Temple Theater down here.
the Sam? Feels like I have a filter on. You know what? That's a game. Tired. Yeah, I'll bring the equipment in, set up the shit, give the kids the streamer experience of a traveling vlogger, paid YouTuber. Like, does that work? Like, I just want to be a paid YouTuber. Definitely emphasis on the first one.
Drive north. Then, in 300 feet, turn right onto Tidwell Road.
We're going right up the blossoms.
Oh, give me.
Drive north. Then, in 300 feet, turn right onto Titabawasi Road. Drive north. Then turn left. Take a sharp right. Then turn right onto Titabawasi Road.
I've driven home. I was actually still in California. I don't know, they might have it here. Black car service. It's essentially blacked out suburban or TV like people that you're allowed back in. They have
Where blossoms. Just right where that gray building is. Right.
oh, I'm sure you know. Just gotta get out of Chick-fil-A chaos.
Right next to Denny's. Go out.
Man, people drive like a fat kid at a Sarah Lee convention, dude. All up in it, you know? Fucking app.
They got a really big DoorDash in there right now. 'Cause they're still working on.
Good for them. I just accidentally deleted the text I was trying to place at the bottom of the screen.
Not the cheese.
Tired, aren't you? We can go back after this.
Tired, hungry. No, because if I start eating anything,
Won't stop.
I won't.
I used to eat like 3 or 4 little bags of Cheez-Its when I went to the engineering firm. They got their wee woo.
Michigan state law that you're supposed to get over, slow down and get over to the right.
Usually based off of this highway type too. That is something I know a lot of things. People also fail to point out is if it's safe to do so for yourself as well. This track I found is actually pretty on point. I must have a bad accent then. I was looking at doing bus driving again. Driving a bus. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, well, condition of that car.
I'm talking about up here.
Yeah, no, that tow truck just left there.
I didn't see the tow truck.
I did.
Well, I was also rubbing my eyes.
No, no, that's an accident. Yeah, when I used to drive the bus, it was hilarious. Every time I saw a fire truck, usually minute away, there was an ambulance. So if there was a bus stop, I just conveniently pull over to the bus stop and wait for the ambulance, fire truck to come by. And I just put an extra like 30 seconds, and I hear the sirens for the ambulance. Sometimes the passengers look at me and they're like, and then they see the ambulance and like, yeah. It's like 90% of the time when I drove the bus, if I wasn't on like a highway, I had my window up and I just listen out for traffic. Hugs are like hugs. Everybody wants some, but he's gonna give them to you. You belong here. Like church. I highly really understand somehow convinced me not to go to church anymore. I find that very humorous. But the time could tell. But early tonight, probably.
Last 2 days, it's been like,
Huh.
I don't know if I'm starting to get, if my body's trying to fight something off. That makes sense.
There's also a lot of stress. That's always a factor. You want to do tomorrow?
You were leaving tomorrow? On to work?
Asking what you want to do tomorrow.
Probably work. Always.
I've always noticed the weekends are crapshoot on gosh. I always work. Well, go if you want. Pretty good turn. Yep. I've got state plates. It's okay. Like seriously, that's the only time like people were like, "What the hell? This person done? Ah, they're not from out of state. That's it." Every time. How do you not know where you're going? Oh, because you don't live here. Okay. They grow something there, or yield something quick. Come on, late. Probably got wheat coming up in it. Bitter wheat. Ducks. Or is that no north? Ain't the line? What the fuck? Huh? They have the signs, but there's no limit line. That shit's useful. What speed line? No, no. Like a lot, most stop signs, there's like some type of like, a lot of places there'll be like a line as well. That way, if you accidentally stop over that line, maybe an oncoming traffic. You know, the stop sign placement is ever so standardized. It's, you know, anywhere from 1 to 18 feet from the intersection that it's controlling. You know, most colors I've seen since I left California.
Well, I'm sure California's going to be changing a whole lot now.
Nah, they'll be just as prideful and stupid as they'll always be. They have money.
Yeah, better. Anybody that doesn't follow the orders, funding gets cut.
Uh, Let me inform you of how Californians treat the federal government. We don't want your fucking money. We're a rich fucking state. We bring our money, we import our shit, we import our goods, we import our people, we import every fucking thing. Because we grow food. We have the commodity people need. We have the thing. One thing we don't have is drinkable water. But we have a whole ass ocean that we've yet to figure out how to just, take the salt out and use the water. The issue is, where does that salt go? Is California okay with depleting freaking the Pacific Ocean? Absolutely. You know how many times they brought up to vote to just cut themselves off the United States? Yeah, they're like probably the if Texas was a princess, there's California.
Well, I guess Gavin Newsom, or whatever the hell his name.
Newsom?
Yeah, that motherfucker is asking the federal government to bail him out because he spent too much money.
That's one thing. If the local government themselves screw themselves, the Californians don't care. I can tell you that. I'm a Californian. It doesn't really matter where I am in the world, where I'm from, what I grew up with, I know the cultures, I know how to run the shit, and it's like, that's fine. They don't care if our state government starts to falter. The individuals of California make the money. Like, they hold, I think they're like the top 5 of the country's fucking just, they can do it.
Yeah, but
Musk is from there.
but the thing is, they're saying, like, the medical is where they overspent on everything. Anybody who had the Medicaid or whatever else.
Well, if standards were imposed, but the money for those standards weren't received, then yes, that is total legitimacy for requesting for additional funds. And the federal government is definitely known to impose standards that the states don't quite have the ability to, actually enforce. So it's one of those, hey, we're doing it now. Pay us now. No, use your own money first. No, this is not fucking mom and child, bro and sis. We're not. No. It's what you requested. Cool. Because federal government absolutely has the ability to withhold funding if certain standards aren't met. They do it on federal highways, state highways. Like, state highways can get federal funding if they meet certain criteria. So it's like, is it just somebody being mad, or is it, the whole California? Yeah, we're a little state because we take a lot of things literally as well. Which is, if you said to me A, B, and C, and we've just met A, B, and C, then half of our own money, we need it back. We want our bank account back. So yeah, it could take up to fucking 5 years for that fucking shit to happen. Just because, fun fact of the day, states didn't impose the 21 plus rule for alcohol until the federal government decided to start cutting the money for the roads. Same thing with 55 for a few years, where 55 was the only speed limit you can go. They imposed it by just saying, hey, if you don't impose a 55 speed limit on your roads, we'll cut your federal funding. They do it all the time. Some states who have the capacity to just be like, $2 billion? Get it done. Like New York, California, Texas, what's another good one? Delaware. There's a review for Delaware. And Washington are the 5 states that can just really do shit. Because they know how to just get import, export commodity. Like, they have enough major cities, enough major population. And minus the last 2, enough land. I think it's a toss up. Like, if enough buttons get pressed, we'll have another, like, Civil War, but it'll be like East versus West. By default, I end up in the West. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. All right, chat. Let's figure that, right? I like how, like, I don't have my friends' addresses in here. I just have the coordinates, and I think that's how I'm gonna start doing the shit. Why? Because I can. Stop and run. Oh. Try building your own apartment?
Yeah, I just got a Pizza Hut.
Oh.
As soon as I freaking, literally, I snapped a picture. Have you ever had that where you snapped a picture?
Oh yeah, no, plenty of times. I shut mine off. We'll just do that one. Oh. Try building your own apartment?
Yeah. Okay, so I'll stop orders after this delivery.
Yeah, you're getting tired. It's gonna get dark soon.
Yeah. Then we can grab something small we could share to eat.
Yeah, whatever you want.
We still got a 2 hour drive.
Just driving.
Not that I can't drive, it's the fact that I can't find my glasses at the moment, which I'm going to have to go home and find because with me not having my glasses,
That's hard.
once it starts getting dark, I have that whole light dark problem.
Oh, yeah. I just don't want to be out at night.
Well, no, I get that. I don't really want to be out late either because of the fact of you already know what the idiot deer have done to my cars before.
I mean, that's just the price you pay if we live in Illinois.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
If you live in Detroit, you'd just be hitting people out here.
I did that for 20 years. I don't want to go back to Detroit.
No one wants to go back to Detroit. It's just nice not to be in a border town. Well, you gotta realize, like, border towns, you have to be privy to 2 sets of laws. Each one isn't applicable.
Well, I guess the day that President Trump came into office, anybody that was not legal started walking their fat butts back across the border.
Yeah, because they know they don't want to get tied up with ISIS or with ICE. All that shit. Because that process is grueling and daunting, and I mean, they do not treat people fucking with respect. It's inhumane. But hey, the standards are standards, and this is how the government is. Okay, it's fine. This is accepted because I have to live. It's. Do you know where they came up with the minimum calories required to give to a or incarcerated person is. Back in the old days when we obtained this land from the old man that used to claim this land as their own, but not anymore, of course. We used the children and gave them the minimal amount of food we had to see how long it would keep them living. When a kid died, they ate up the food. Look this shit up. Fucking grueling, American history, especially down to standards, practice, how the government should treat us, what we're actually getting. Like, I have nothing against our president. I care about how he implements, how it can get the longevity of our country. Hell, he can run for 8 fucking years. I don't care. It's the quality and perseverance of the American spirit. If he can't keep that intact, he can go fuck himself. But you know what? He has it, so I'm not gonna say otherwise.
This is the Pizza Hut that I won my granddaughter a couple of rubber duckies out of. But I don't have any color now. What's with me with pizza orders today?
I don't know, but just make sure to ask them if they have any extra. I mean, I don't.
Why don't you come in with me?
Because it's always easier for the dasher to do it.
Come with me.
Because I'm just gonna sit here.
Oh, you go get it.
You do your thing. Fine, don't ask. It's okay.
You go ask. I'm not that type of person.
Oh, it's just
That's why I said, why don't you ask? You go get
I've worked at the Pizza Hut before. Like it happens. People don't pick up the order. Like it's just
it.
normal.
There. Just play your mini.
Don't do bad.
I haven't before.
Nope. I had to deliver food here one time, and John pulled up too far, but the lady let us out, so it was cool. Oh no, the mic battery's good. You know, the car freak out.
Save a lot's right there, dude.
You know, you'd save more if you don't go.
I'm only buying one thing and maybe a soda.
Okay, cool. I knew there was something going on, but I didn't know what it was. But you know what? Okay, I'm back at the helm, I think. Mm.
Hmm. Oh, Must have just missed you.
Must have. I even bought you a soda.
Appreciate it.
Buy enough candy?
That's funny. Newest thing on this whole fucking block are those cameras.
Yeah.
Yep, those things are 23 editions.
Baby, you got to go to work on Myra's feet. I mean, for a minute there, I thought it was just going to work with this palette from it only took a few minutes, but it was so satisfying to watch. It's going to save you time, money, and embarrassment. Know that you talk about your feet at nail salon, but you just can't understand. And let me tell you, when we were done, this foot was as smooth as a baby's bottom. And the Calico lubricant comes with everything you need to get your feet back in order. So if your feet need nail speed, don't hesitate to unleash the link for you. Baby, you got to go to work